Retirement don't fit in my plan. You can keep your seat, I'm gonna stand. An Eskimo needs a Frigidaire, like I need your rocking chair. I don't need your rocking chair. Your Geritone or your Medicare. Geritone or your Medicare. I've still got neon in my veins. This gray hair don't mean a thing. This gray hair don't mean a thing. I do my rocking on the stage. You can't put this possum in a cage. Put this possum in a cage. Yeah, my body's old, but it ain't impaired. Well, you know it ain't impaired. Well, I don't need your rocking chair. Let's go fishing. Let's go fishing. I'm on a mission. I'm on a mission. It's so pretty, I'd sure hate to waste this chance. We'll find a shady little spot, not too cool, not too high.
Morning, guys. Tracy and I fished a hook and spec crappie tournaments this morning, and we caught a lot of fish, but we just didn't catch the right ones. We had 7.5 pounds, and our biggest crappie was 1 pound 1.33. But yeah, we had a good time. We caught a bunch of fish. I mean, like always, you know, caught a bunch of fish, but they just averaged a little over a pound, and that's not big enough. And there's old Tracy getting ready. He's got to start. He's kind of starting still asleep. You understand what I'm saying? But yeah, they always put on a good tournament, and it's just a good community thing, and it's good for the. They have for the kind of the underprivileged children. They have a thing to give them every year, but yeah, and there's Palomito Game Calls kind of they sponsored us turkey calls. Everybody getting ready, getting their boats checked there in the morning, like checking their live wells and stuff. It's a pretty organized event. Now Tracy and I are heading down to the river right there, and when you get down there, it's too rough. Back up. Run up there and just put out the trolling rods. You can see it was a beautiful morning again. This morning it was up the river. It wasn't bad. It was calm, but the lake was pretty rough. That's the reason we turned around, went back up there. Skies were blue, and you know, and we put the poles out, and Tracy started pulling them in right off the bat. And we caught a bunch of fish, but all of them were about a pound, a little over a pound. We just couldn't get into them bigger fish. We tried a little bit of everything, went out deep, and we just could not get into them, you know, 1.5 pound, 2 pound fish, which that's all right. We caught some fish. Now, we could have probably crawled over in some trees and brush and jigged a little bit and got the bigger ones, but that's work, and I don't like work. I just like fishing for them, like this, you know, trolling. And every once in a while you get into some 1.5 pound, almost 2 pounders trolling, but we just didn't do it today. We stayed about, I don't know, 15, 20 yards off the bank. And then we even went out into, you know, right out and almost in the middle of the river, and they were all about the same size. Now, we didn't catch a lot of little ones. I mean, the ones we caught were legal fish. I think we threw back 3. The rest of them, you know, I think we caught about 30 fish, but the rest of them were over a pound. But we could not break that pound 3, you know. We just couldn't do it. But now the wind starts picking up. You can see the wind picking up pretty good. And there's a good one right there. But we just could not, you know, if we got 7 of those, it would have been pretty nice. But we only got 1 or 2 of them big ones like that. No, you can't get those and win these crappie tournaments. But I like fishing them. You never know, because I have got into them 1.5 pound before, close to 2 pounds, trolling like that, and would have put you into money, but not today. And we moved. Let's see, we moved 4 times today, and every place we moved to, we caught fish. and it was all about a pound, you know, average about a pound a piece. I mean, you could tell the weight because we only had 7.5 pounds. So, you know, and one fish was 1.33. So, you know, they all averaged about a pound. Yeah, I kept Tracy busy this morning. He kept him on fish. I mean, it was a struggle trying to keep the boat situated. I was having a little electric motor situation where it wouldn't respond to my remote control. I don't know what. Then after I went for about 2 hours, and it started responding good. But there for a while, it didn't respond. So, but yeah, I mean, they were big enough where we was taking in. Netting them. I don't usually net them, but they were pretty nice fish, so we were netting them. Tracy hooked onto something. I'm not sure what it was. Whether we hooked a gar or maybe even a tarpon or a snook or a big catfish, bass or whatever. We never even slowed it down, you know. It just went to the middle of the river and we never even slowed it down. And took all the line off and broke. But when you're trolling 8 rods, you cannot stop. You can't stop and go after a fish. You know what I'm saying? You can't do it. You know. So, but yeah, you can see the size of them. They're nice fish. But I will. You know. And we there towards the end, we had so many in the live well that we had to start throwing them back. I mean, we had the live well for, and we forgot to take a cooler. And we put it on ice, and you know, the legal one. Because Tracy wanted to take them home and clean them, you know, and but yeah, just a good day. I mean, for fishing, but it wasn't a productive day for tournament fishing. We just didn't produce today. Well, you know, there's always the next time. We'll try it next time, you know. I mean, we had 2 on at a time. A lot of times, just you know, and they were all about a pound. You know, they were no bigger than a pound. I mean, you know, you can see they're nice fish, but they're not nice enough. And again, guys, we was using mafia rods. You know how I like mafia rods. We was using 4-pound test line, and we was using mafia underspins, little spinners, 1/32, and we caught. I tell you, we caught every one. We didn't catch on pink and chartreuse today. Isn't that something? We caught every one of them on blue and chartreuse in the river. We caught every one of them on blue and chartreuse. We never caught a fish on pink and chartreuse. We had it on for a couple hours, and then it wasn't picking any up. So I switched everything over to, you know, because everything was coming on blue and chartreuse. So I just switched everything over to blue and chartreuse, and we just started catching fish after fish on that blue and chartreuse. But I've seen a lot of guys jigging on the bank, so they must be picking them up on the bank. And we talked to one guy that come in there, and a ranger, him and his buddy, and they had one fish with 1.94, and they were jigging. You know, they were jigging. So the bigger ones were in the brush in there, but I just, you know, I can't get into that where you go in there and jig. Catch one, then you move 50, 100 yards, and you catch another one. I just kind of a boring situation. Now, if you could go in there and catch a dozen of them, I'd like to do it. But I like trolling where you're moving around and you're always hunting for them. You're watching your electronics, and you gotta try to use a little bit of strategy of getting where they're at. You gotta stay above their head. You gotta keep that lure above their head so they'll strike it. And it's just, and then there's just so many factors you gotta. Because you're fighting the wind and you're trying to keep the boat straight and you're trying to keep them baits down there where they're at, and you're watching the graph and trying to, it's a challenge. It really is a challenge. Now you can went on.
Yeah. Hey guys, we fished what tournament was we fished today? The policeman tournament, the first responder tournament. And we caught some good fish. We had 7.5 pounds, but we just did. I didn't have no help from my partner. I had to pretty well do it all myself, but we lost 3 giants.
Yeah, he wouldn't stop running the boat.
Yeah.
And then on top of that, listen, on the back of this shirt, right here, is the best turkey cause in South Florida for Osceola turkeys.
They are. They're good trade. But hey, guys, we'll see. I'm going back out tomorrow. Gonna do some down rigging tomorrow, guys. We'll do a little down rigging.
Yeah, he'll go catch a big one tomorrow.
All right, guys, we're getting our fish weighed in here, and like I said, our biggest fish was 1.33, and our total was 7.50. We had 7.5 pounds and 7 fish.
32 is big.
Now, anyhow, at the end here, I got a little
34.
script here, some pictures of the James Webb's latest out there in space, and it's pretty interesting. It kind of makes me stop and smell the roses. What's really going on in our universe. So, but it's just kind of a 2 minutes, 3 minute thing. I think you'll enjoy. I mean, it's amazing what this telescope's sending back to Earth. This is the James Webb telescope that they sent up there, and it's amazing to me how they got that thing up there. Then they got up there, and then they automatically opened it up in space to take the pictures of the universe, and it's sent back some amazing pictures. To do this, there's some people out there that are above and beyond intelligent to be able to do this and send this back to us to show what it looks like out there. This was just several years in the making of doing this, and there's people that monitor it every day.